Welcome back. Tonight on Hot Topics, we're talking about the power of the creative industry and how creativity has become a real career path and a serious source of income for young people around the world, including right here in Namibia. Now, let's start globally. Speed, who was just recently in Namibia on his very successful African tour, he has 43 million followers on TikTok alone. Now, he started out simply creating content online, gaming, reacting, being unapologetically himself, and today he's one of the most recognizable internet personalities in the world, with millions of followers across all social media platforms. Now, what makes Show's story powerful isn't just the numbers, it's the fact that his personality became his product. Through streaming, brand partnerships, live events, and global exposure, content creation further turned into a full-blown business. Now, we'll have another discussion on Speed being in Namibia and how some Namibians felt that, we were shortchanged. His streaming when he was in these different African countries, in Ghana, would get up to 40 million views, 50 million views. Even while he was in Namibia, that short streaming that he had, I think in an hour, there were 1 million people who had viewed that stream. So this just shows you how people are eager to turn into platforms such as this to watch what these young people are doing, and not just young people, just to see what creatives are doing at any given time. Another content creator that I want to talk about has a global name, but a different style. That is Khaby Lame. I think most people have seen a Khaby Lame video, perhaps just not quite sure who he is. Khaby doesn't even speak in his videos. I don't think I've ever heard this guy's voice. Yet he's one of the most followed people on TikTok globally. Now, Khaby's story is that he lost his job during the pandemic and then decided to focus on, humor, simplicity, and creativity to connect with the world. Today, his silent reactions have translated into global brand deals, media opportunities, and serious income. His story proves one thing very clearly, that you don't need fancy equipment or big budgets. You need creativity, consistency, and authenticity. And just this week, Khaby signed an almost $1 billion deal to use his likeness and content as a creative. Let's take a look at what Dylan Page, who is a social commentator on TikTok, had to say about this deal.
What they're about to do with Khaby Lame is pretty scary. So you may have heard that this week he sold his business to a company based in Hong Kong for just under $1 billion. And that sale includes Khaby's brand, commercial activities, and even intellectual property. But the part that not enough people are speaking about is that this deal also includes his Face ID, his Voice ID, and even behavioral models. This is so that the company, which now essentially owns him, can create an AI digital twin for content. In fact, they even include the sentence multilingual, cross-time zone, live stream, e-commerce content. So bro's gone from speaking 0 words to speaking every language 24/7 non-stop. And I mean, this is unprecedented. Khaby is now the first major creator to sell their likeness for mass AI replication. But here's the scary part. The company claims that through purchasing Khaby's likeness, they will be able to generate more than $4 billion in annual sales. For context, Beast Industries, Jimmy's company, was forecasted to earn $899 million in revenue for 2025. And bro's by far the largest creator in the world. So how the hell this company expects to make 4 times that has got me worried. How much AI Khaby Lame are we about to be flooded with in 2026? The question is, should more creators be cashing in and making deals like this? Or has Khaby made a big mistake?
I think more creators should be cashing in on deals like this. I actually like Dylan's perspective, bringing us the other side of the coin, that yes, this is almost a $1 billion deal that Khaby has made. But of course, his likeness, his image, his voice is going to be used to very large extents. But I think it still stands at the end of the day that content creating pays, and it pays big. Now, let's bring it a little bit closer to home. Namibia's very own Jamie Lee Loss, also known on TikTok as J Loss. Now, Right here at home, we're seeing the same power at work. Namibian creative J-Loss has just reached an incredible 1 million followers on TikTok. That's an incredible milestone just about a week ago. And that's just not a number, that's influence, that's visibility, that's opportunity. And it shows that Namibian creatives can compete on global platforms and build real careers from their talent. But here's the bigger picture. What all these stories tell us is this: the creative industry is really no longer just a side hustle or just a passion. It's an industry, it's a career, it's a stream of income. From global stars to local talent, creativity is really, really opening doors and is rewriting what success looks like for young people today. So the question is no longer whether the creative industry is powerful. We can clearly see that it is. The real question is, are we taking it seriously enough? Are we investing in our creatives? And from the Namibian perspective, I would say yes, because we've seen what, the NDP 6, for example, includes, what the Ministry of Education is doing with the creative sector now also, and of course the vision that our president has for the creative industry. So yes on that. Are we guiding young people to see creativity as not just an entertainment, but, a career aspect? We definitely could do tons better on that end. I think a lot of parents are also skeptical about, allowing their children to take the creative industry or creative path as a serious, road to success. So we can do a little bit better on showing them that this really can be as successful as any other career path. And also, are we creating the systems that allows Namibian talent to turn views into value and talent into income? I think we're on the right path. If we continue with what we're doing right now, we could be seeing very positive results within the next couple of years. Because if, I Show Speed and Khaby Lame can turn creativity into global success, and if J-Loss can do it right here at home, then the next global star might already be in a bedroom in Karatura, Komastad, or Keetmanshoop, and all they need is the opportunity. That's our hot topic. That's the end of our show. We'll see you on Monday, 6 p.m. here on NBC1.